Well, hello, race fans, and welcome to this episode of In the Pits with me, your host with the most, Big Josh Hinkle. There's a motorcycle running through my neighborhood here, and I'm going to talk about this New Hampshire race, the ISM Connect 300. There's just so many lame names for a NASCAR race. Last week, Chicagoland, it was the Tales of the Turtles 400. And then it was that Nickelodeon cartoon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Oh my God. Last week it was won by Martin Truex. This week, the race two with the playoffs, and Kyle Busch was on the pole. Kyle Busch wins the race. And let me tell you, if it wasn't for all these pit strategies, the 78 had his problems into the wall, came back with a damaged car, finished in the top 10, and then Kyle Larson coming this close, second place. Kyle Busch would have never won the race. It was just so many pit strategies, changing two tires, four tires. It really clumped up the field in that last restart, in my opinion. But winning that race after he won the first segment and the third segment, of course, is Kyle Busch wins the race. And if you win the race at New Hampshire for July and September, you win an 18-pound lobster. That's right. You win an 18-pound freaking lobster that looks like a giant scorpion. Really? Martinsville gives away a grandfather clock. Las Vegas race gives away a championship belt, like a boxing championship belt, as their trophy. Daytona has this big trophy, and New Hampshire has a freaking 18-pound lobster. Really? Ugh. Anyway, let's get to the top 10 results here. Kyle Busch is your race winner. God forbid. Second place is Kyle Larson. Third place, Matt Kenseth. People like Kyle Larson, Matt Kenseth, and fourth place, Brad Keselowski, they're thinking consistency. They're thinking how to break down this playoff race, this 10 race chase, to where how can they maximize and score the most points? I mean, Kyle Larson second, Kenseth third, Brad Keselowski fourth, Martin Truex Jr. fifth. Now, they are thinking big picture racing here, going for the championship. Smart thinking. Sixth place was Eric Jones. Seventh place is surprising Clint Bowyer. Eighth place was another surprise, rookie Daniel Suarez. Ninth place, another surprise, Ryan Blaney. In 10th place, Joey Logano. And then 11th place, Chase Elliott. And then go back to some more notables. Jimmy Johnson was 14th. Ugh. Danica Patrick, surprise top 20 with the 18th place finish. And you go down the line of where Dale Earnhardt Jr. finished 34th. I mean, he has a lot of problems that race. And it was that one spin by the three of Austin Dillon wrecking the four of Kevin Harvick, and it clumped up the entire field to where there was smoke coming out of the four car, and nobody could see where they were going. The 88 wrecks, 78 wrecks, there's like a big cluster, you know what, and people can't see. It was a big time wreck, and it cost Junior a good finish. And another person looking at the bottom of the top 16 of playoffs that could be eliminated in Dover is Casey Kane, 35th, Kurt Busch, 37th. Basically, those two individuals got to step up their game at Dover next Sunday, or they're going to be eliminated from the chase here. And now let's look at the point standings after this New Hampshire race. Truex still has the lead. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch makes it to the round of 12. With his win, Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, Matt Kenseth, Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott are tied for 8th. Harvick, McMurray, Stenhouse, Austin Dillon, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch, and Casey Kane. Ricky Stenhouse, Austin Dillon are tied for the final spot in the chase. But the tiebreaker will go to Austin Dillon. But look at the 4 drivers outside that top 12. Casey Kane's got to step up his game. Kurt Busch has got to step up. Ryan Newman, Austin Dillon. They can't afford to have a bad race this Sunday at Dover. But the race was really kind of lackluster because Kyle Busch dominated. And say what you say about the controversy with Brad Keselowski talking about Toyota and Ford, talking about the manufacturers having the big advantage in NASCAR. I mean, right now, Toyota has been dominant, with Truex winning the first playoff race, and now Kyle Busch winning the second. Ford and Chevy's got to step up their game, or a Toyota driver is going to win the championship. And look, from the looks of it, I hope Truex wins the championship, in all honesty, because Furniture Road Racing is just a small team in NASCAR that they started out really small, where they had mediocre drivers over the past 15 years in NASCAR, that they started out in the back and they finished in the back, bad equipment. And then going to today with Martin Truex Jr., this is the best driver they had in the last 5 years. And they're winning races, they're contending for the championship. And I think I'm picking Truex for the championship. Somebody's got to step up their game. Jimmy Johnson chasing for his historic 8th championship, which has never been done in NASCAR. He's currently tied at 7 championships with the King Richard Petty and the late, great Dale Earnhardt Sr. Jimmy Johnson's chasing historic number 8. He needs to step up his damn game during the playoffs. And everybody's talking about Dale Jr.'s last year. What Dale Jr. needs a quick trip to the woodshed, get his foot up his ass by his wife, Rick Hendrick, and just quit acting like a damn baby on Periscope. Because Dale Earnhardt Jr. needs a swift kick in the ass and realize you overhyped yourself for this retirement and you're looking forward to being an announcer for NBC Sports next summer. Quit overhyping yourself, Dale Earnhardt Jr. Get your head in the game and worry about winning the rest of the races. There's only 8 races left. There'll be 7 on Sunday with Dover. Get your head out your ass, Junior, and do something. But anyway, Kyle Busch winning the race. What can you say? I'm not a Kyle Busch fan by any stretch, but he's a good driver. I give the guy credit for winning the race because he's that damn good. Thank God he's not in the Xfinity Series, or he'll be winning races in that division again. Thank God that the last 10 races of that series, no Cup drivers will be racing. Thank God for that. Well, just want to let everybody know for October, I'm going to look at the schedule right behind me here. For October, I will be covering Talladega and Martinsville, because after Talladega and Martinsville cuts down from 12 to 8, 8 to 4 races in the chase, it cuts the field down. Who's going to contend for the championship at Homestead, the Final 4. And that's the 2 races I'll cover in October. Then November, of course, I will be covering Phoenix and Homestead. That's the last 2 races of the year I will be covering. And then December, during the off-season, December, January, February, any news come up for the Daytona 500 2018, I will cover it here on In the Pits. But I just want to take this time real quick, just say thank you to the brand, to everybody for the great feedback so far in the first 6 episodes. I really appreciate it. Thank you to Jeff Lane, Vince Russo, for allowing me to talk about something that I love, talk about NASCAR since I was a kid in 1991. And I will continue to bring great podcasts here twice a month. And I really appreciate everybody's support of this great podcast, only on russosbrand.com and Vince Russo's YouTube channel. So in the meantime, everybody, have a great day or night or whenever you watch this great podcast. And I'll see y'all at the races, everybody. Deuces.